and welcome back to our Insecurity Education series. In this video, we'll explore the role of data governance in security solutions. Data governance is a program that ensures the security, privacy, accuracy, and accessibility of data throughout its entire life cycle. But how can data governance provide real value to the security team? Let's consider a practical scenario, and we explain the value of data governance for cybersecurity. Imagine you're in charge of a company's security, like a CISO, responsible for protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of company's assets. Naturally, you'll need to design and implement security controls to safeguard these assets. However, doing this in practice can be challenging due to a few factors. First is cost. Security measures are often expensive and your budget is limited, meaning you must prioritize spending wisely. Second are resources. There may be limited personnel available to implement, maintain, and monitor security controls. And last is the business impact. Security controls can introduce latency or disruptions, so minimizing these disruptions is key. A common solution to these challenges is implementing a risk management program. In short, risk management helps you decide what security controls to implement and how to prioritize your resources based on the risk level of each asset. The preliminary step in conducting risk assessment is to have an inventory of all the assets. Next, a risk assessment is conducted, which determines the risk to each asset by evaluating two main factors: how likely an identified threat could occur, and what is the potential impact on the company if the asset is compromised. The result of the risk assessment helps guide which security controls are needed and where to focus efforts. Sounds simple, right? But how do you accurately assess the risk level of each asset? In today's corporation, there is a vast array of assets, databases, finance data, HR system, SaaS applications, and more. Assigning a monetary value to each asset and its impact is impractical. Instead, a qualitative risk assessment is often used. Assets are mapped to severity levels such as critical, high, medium, and low, which would help the security team to know how to design controls and allocate resources effectively. Now we get to the point where we discuss how data governance supports the risk management program and cybersecurity. Based on business needs, regulations, and cyber threats, data governance helps to classify enterprise data using a simple confidentiality classification schema. A typical classification schema might include the following four confidentiality classification levels: public, data available to anyone, including the general public; internal, data limited to employees, but with minimal risk if shared. Internal use only may be shown or discussed, but not copied outside the organization. Confidential, data which should not be shared outside the organization. And restricted, data limited to individuals performing certain roles with the need to know. Confidentiality classification is an important metadata characteristic, guiding not only how users handle and share the data, but also how it is stored, accessed, and protected within the organization. This classification helps determine the sensitivity of the data and ensures the appropriate security measures are in place to prevent unauthorized access, data breaches, or accidental exposure. By having a clear understanding of the organization's assets and their corresponding confidentiality levels, the security team can prioritize resources and focus on protecting the most critical assets, implement tailored security control, which aligns with the specific confidentiality requirements of each data type, assess potential threats and vulnerabilities associated with different types of data, and mitigate risks before they lead to security incidents. In summary, data governance significantly aids in conducting risk assessment, which in turn helps design security controls efficiently. Having robust security controls in place is essential for protecting your organization from cyber threats. That's it for today's video. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.